Patch notes have dropped today for the Squid Game update in Call of Duty. So we're about to hop into those patch notes right now. But real quick, they also updated the featured playlist in multiplayer. We're going to have the red light, green light, the pentathlon, the Squid Game mosh pit, prop hunt, Nuketown 24/7, stakeout 24/7 for all you grinders out there, along with the hardcore stakeout 24/7, 10v10, and hardcore 10v10 available in quick play. So let's go ahead and get into these patch notes. So the movement increased all mantle speeds. Thank goodness. My gosh, you use mantles so slow in this game. And doors can now be open and closed while sprinting. W. Weapons. New cleaver melee weapon now available via the event rewards. That's at the end of the free track on the event pass. Address an issue where the player's view could become obstructed with specific weapons when using the Dark Practitioner Tracer Pack bundle without an optic. There's several of these that are broken, by the way. Like, they just don't test their bundles now, I guess. Address an issue where gun screens will not be visible on the SOG Mecha Drake Mastercraft blueprint, and the Hawker Hybrid optic now correctly works with the Ginger Dread blueprint. Alright, the UI, we have the improved after action report flow. They added a dismiss button to exit at any point and time. Oh, to exit at any point and a timer. I guess a timer to how long the game was? I guess that's what that is. And they added a summary at the end. I feel like the after action report is already like a summary, but I guess we'll see what that looks like in game. Improved readability when searching for a match, and address an issue where gun screens could not be previewed. And some of you might have your operator selections and customizations reset, so double check that before you hop into a game. Alright, so multiplayer, we have new modes. You have the red light, green light mode, which they showed off yesterday, along with the content creators they flew out. So if you haven't seen that yet, I highly encourage you to go watch those, or just play it since it's going to be released by the time this video is released. Don't misstep at the wrong time. Get on the pitch at the Red Card Stadium and play 3 rounds of red light, green light, each 2 minutes long. In round 1, no one gets a weapon. In rounds 2 and 3, you can pick up weapons on the ground and eliminate other competitors with melee attacks and finishing moves. There's just one simple rule. When Young Hee says green light, the fight is on. Move a muscle after she says red light, and you're toast. I like that you can do finishing moves in here, sort of like a risk reward, because if you're in that finishing move when red light comes up, I assume that means you're dead. But it's BM, so I'm probably going to be trying to do finishing moves on people. Pentathlon, this one seemed really interesting. Prove that you have what it takes in the long run by competing in a series of multiplayer modes to find out who reigns supreme. Play Domination, Kill Confirmed, and Hardpoint along with 2 new mode variants, Piggy Bank, Team Deathmatch, and Roulette. In Piggy Bank TDM, every elimination adds score to the Mega Piggy Bank. Fight for possession of the huge payout when it drops partway through the match. This seems kind of interesting. It kind of reminds me of the finals a little bit, like you're fighting over payouts. And then in roulette, one-shot eliminations via the roulette handgun award double the points. Though with each fired shot, there's a chance it'll blow up in your hands. Side note, why is One in the Chamber not here yet? That's like my all-time favorite game mode. But this seems sick. This has got me excited. I'm a big fan of number one, like a One in the Chamber type mode, but also there's like a chance it'll just explode in your hands. That'll be funny. There's a Squid Game mosh pit. It'll include TDM, Domination, Hardpoint with a twist as players gain access to 3 important Squid Game themed features. Red light, green light, score streak. Is the fight getting too hectic for you? Stop the enemy in their tracks with this score streak that calls red light, commanding all enemy players to stop moving or risk elimination. That seems annoying. I wonder how much score you have to get for that, or if it's like a random thing. Piggy bank limit. Okay, so this is just what they just set up there. Is there anything like different? Not really. Roulette handgun, the epitome of high risk high reward. The roulette handgun spawn. Oh, so the roulette handgun spawns in the center of the map. Grab it to activate a permanent UAV effect while wielding it and land one-shot elims against enemies. So not everybody just spawns with it. Okay, that makes me a little bit less excited for this. I'm not gonna lie. If like only one person on the map gets it, perm UAV is, yeah, it's fine, but I was kind of hoping everybody would have it, so everybody's just randomly blowing up at times. Yeah, that kind of makes me a little bit less excited for that. Prop hunt improves spatial audio on prop whistles. Thank goodness. Prop UI could remain present when switching rounds, and address an issue where props could block doors from opening when locked in place. W. New perk High Roller, or sorry, new wild card High Roller allows players to equip up to 4 score streaks. So that's really good for all you streakers out there. Not the naked. You get it, anyways. Slightly reduce the RCXD's max damage. I didn't think RCXDs were that strong, if I'm being honest. I've seen single digits amount of RCXDs. Not something you see often. Archangel adjust a rare issue where the next bullet fired from the weapon after using the launcher could be a rocket. That happened to me once. It was pretty funny. I was like point blank. I go to ADS to shoot my gun. All of a sudden, it's a Valkyrie rocket or a Archangel rocket. Care packages will now contain the scout pulse score streak less frequently. W. Increase the damage the LDBR does to its owner. Thank goodness. And then, reduce the score requirement by 150. Yes, they need to do this for a lot of the score streaks, which it seems we're getting. So let's keep going. Increase the sentry turret fire rate. All right, and increase the HP. I felt like the HP was fine. The fire rate was definitely a little slow, but it's fine. It's whatever. And also reducing the score by 50. W. Hellstorm reduced by 50 again. All right. I would like to see a little bit more than 50 if I'm being honest. That's like not even a kill reduction. But whatever. Slightly reduce the Watchdog Helo's damage. W. Increase the Watchdog Helo accuracy when it acquires a new target. Fire. This thing kind of blows after the first, if you get the first kill. And then reduced by 50 again. Okay. Strategic bomber reduced by 200. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Especially for something like this that like never gets used. Yeah, crank that score down, baby. AGR top speed increased, massive W. Acceleration increased, also massive W. And addressed an issue where it was deploying with less HP than intended. Huh, interesting. Didn't know that. Dreadnought slightly increased the Dreadnought. Increased the HP? Kinda crazy, but that's fine. And then reduced by 100. Nice. Addressed an issue where the wrong finisher would sometimes be previewed. Yes, that happened with like every bundle I was trying to look at the other day. Addressed various issues with overlapping text. Cool. And then correct calling cards now displayed during the winner circle in free for all. Cool. Audio reduced the range of emo sound effects. Yeah, you can hear those like across the map. It's kind of funny when people would be spamming them mid match. But zombies, baby. Citadel Demore Elemental Sword Wonder Weapons. Yes. So thankful for this. All swords can now hit up to 2 enemies per swing, and the additional hit will do damage based on distance. Fire. Love that change. Additional hit damage is 100% at close to medium distance and 50% beyond that. Totally fine. 100% fine. That's also going to do massive for the vampiric melee macchiato augment. Players can now parry amalgam grabs with elemental swords. Massive W. You could already sort of do this, but you had to get grabbed first to be able to parry them. Now I'm assuming this means you can parry before you get grabbed. So that's sick. Addressed an issue where sword damage could be decreased when using the Void Sheath augment for Aether Shroud. Yes, this sucked. I tried it once. No bueno. Balmung. This is the Void Sword, I believe. Abilities proc more frequently while charged. Massive W. Reduce the required kills to charge from 40 to 25. Let's go. And decrease the cooldown by half. Let's go. Slightly lower the chance to activate the passive effects to account for the decreased cooldown. Yeah, that's fine. Durandal, is this the increased special attack damage, W. Increase the electric beam special attack damage per tick from 40% to 65% of base zombie health. Is this not the same thing? Because the electric beam is the whatever. W. Needed it. Ability now procs more frequently. W. Decreased cooldown 25 to 3. I mean, it's not like a lethal ability. So I understand that for sure. That's a massive decrease though. Hype. Slightly lowered the chance to activate the passive effects to account for the decreased cooldown between activations. They're just an issue where Durandel's charged attack would not be visible to other players. Okay, cool. Caliburn adjusted to activate Napalm Burst augments when the sword procs, similar to Balmung and Durandal. W. Um, Slightly reduced effectiveness of the armor regen. That was sick on Solace. That's why this is my favorite sword. Increase the swing interrupt time for sword swing. Lowered armor regen percentage. Oh, okay. 1% per swing. That's fine. As long as it wasn't like dumpstered. Um, Main quest. Just an issue where players could sometimes be unable to pick up the lightning rod depending on where it dropped. The lightning rod zombie will now return to the dungeon if there are no players nearby. W. I swear this lightning rod zombie would go to the dig site map if it could. Just an issue where activating the timeout gobblegum to progress around during the main quest boss fight would respawn eliminated players in the starting area and down them. Nice. Players will now respawn in the boss fight arena. Cool. Adjust an issue where the special round effects would not disable an enter. Oh, I didn't know that. Adjusted Deadshot ADS placement to be more accurate against the main quest boss. Massive W. For controller players, adjust an issue where Craft could speak to the player before interacting with him in the dungeon. Okay. Adjust an issue where saving and quitting in a solo match before speaking to Craft would prevent the main. There's several things that could prevent main quest progression, especially when you're saving and quitting. So, like, in my opinion, just don't save and quit if you can help it. Adjust an issue where the light ritual mirrors could not be interacted with after a player joins in progress. Interesting. Address an issue where wisps in the light challenge for the Mystic Orb would freeze visually but still count towards completion. Okay, so I guess they're not freezing anymore. Address an issue where the Mystic Orb would not be visible to players joining in progress after the night's ceremony. Address an issue where the main quest progress was not saved when picking up the Mystic Orb after the night ceremony and saving and quitting in a solo match. Adjust an issue where the Durandal sword could be floating upon land. Nice. Adjust an issue where melee weapons would not be able to open one of the locks on the path. Yeah, this was annoying. Like, obviously just pull out a gun and shoot it, but still annoying. Close an exploit where players would take no damage and be unable to move when failing the Sanctuary Time challenge. Interesting. Just some instances where a specific set of interactions could lead to a blank objective text. Cool. Just an issue where the blood Ethereum crystal could get stuck in a non-playable area. Thank goodness. This didn't happen very often, but it did happen a couple times to me. Just some issues with visual effects spawning in non-intended locations, and updated the model for the. Okay, cool. Wonder what that looks like now. Terminus. Addressed an issue where players respawn by progressing a round during the main quest boss fight with the timeout gobblegum, would be unable to see the boss's health bar. Cool. Seems like there's issues with the timeout gobblegum all over the place. Just an issue where the workshop lockdown main quest step would end early by placing a shock charge after starting. I don't know if that's a W or an L. Like, was that like a speedrun tactic, or would like ending that early, would that like soft lock something? Anyways, speed boost option now properly functions during the boat race side quest. I need to do that side quest. That's like one of the only side quests I haven't done, and it looks like one of the most fun. Modes: Deadlight Greenlight. We got compete in an undead version of the Stop and Go game and Deadlight Greenlight. In the Greenlight phase, players gain a bonus to earned essence, so rack up the zombie elims. Once red light is called, essence is drained from any player who moves, so spend big before the phase or hang tight to avoid throwing away your hard-earned currency. And it doesn't end there. When the dreaded Deadlight phase begins, prepare for a tough fight as a meaner wave of enemies approach. Okay, so this seems like it's going to be sort of a pain in the butt. Like, having to stop in zombies is a death sentence. So I'm curious how long like the red light phases are going to be. And also, like, what do we mean? Is it like super sprinters when Deadlight comes up? Maybe like more elites and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm interested to see what it is. And available first in Citadel Day more, with Liberty Falls added after week 1. Okay, cool. W. Directed mode. It's now available for Citadel Day more with unique awards. Sick. The deadline to earn the main quest early completion awards for Citadel Day more via standard mode has been extended until the end of season 1 to allow players additional time to complete the main quest. That's fine. That's whatever. Extended time between rounds, and the delay between spawning zombies after 5 looped rounds at the round cap in directed mode. So I guess it just makes it take longer, or is this just directed mode in general? There's now an extended time between rounds. So I was thinking like maybe they had this extended time because the quest for Citadel Demore is so like there's so many steps. But if that's like all of directed mode, maybe this is a way for them to like slow down camo progress. Just kind of scummy, but oh well. Training course, just an issue that prevented getting new weapon station from progressing. Okay. Um, Weapons are just an issue where players would lose the ability to equip a second weapon if the weapon cycle setting was enabled. That's weird. Addressed an issue that left the player in a vulnerable briefly while teleporting from anywhere but here. Thank you, dude. There's so many times where I pop that and die because number one, I'm bad, but also there's just that like time where you're standing there and can't do anything. Shadow Rift, big game. Big game will no longer deal lethal damage. No. R.I.P. Shadow Rift. Shadow Rift is dead. I was like the only thing you used it for was to like insta give elites. Boo. Aether Shroud, Void Sheath, addressed an issue where melee weapon damage would not be increased. Thank goodness. Mutant Injection. Addressed an issue where Mango Cannon effects could be stuck on the screen. Okay, thank goodness. So they're about to nerf mutant injections. Like there goes high rounds. Chopper Gunner addressed an issue where the gun from the Chopper Gunner could be used after. Wait, you could use the Chopper Gunner weapon? That's really funny. Side note, when are we getting like the War Machine score streak, minigun score streak, and then like dogs added to the game? We need all of that. But yeah, that's really funny. Sentry Turret addressed an issue that prevented a sentry turret from being placed after using the Balmung charged ability. Huh. That's weird and specific. Fire Sale addressed an issue where rarely Fire Sale would leave an extra mystery box on the map. Oh, that would actually be sick. Doppelgast addressed an issue where the needle blast from a Doppelgast affected by brain rot could harm the player. Huh. Also interesting. Vermin addressed an issue where vermin could sometimes hit twice with. I promise you, vermin are the most lethal enemies in zombies history. Shit's crazy. Hopefully this helps that. Split screen are just an issue where zombies will sometimes ignore the host player on split screen. Host advantage, let's go. Even in zombies. Camo challenges are just an issue where Pack-a-Punch GS45s would not progress the side. Dude, if you haven't done the challenges for GS45s yet, this just got so much easier. Not being able to progress this camo, which I believe this is the this the hipfire one? Yeah, this is the hipfire kills one. So not being able to progress hipfire kills while your GS45s were pack-a-punched was a huge pain in the butt. So if you haven't done it yet, so much easier now. Addressed an issue where the drink 3 Perca-Cola's daily challenge will not progress. Thank goodness. That like never progressed for me. Prestige 3 Explosive Surprise. Addressed an issue where the Explosive Surprise Prestige 3 calling card challenge was not tracking. W fix. Updated this challenge to count kills from teleporting with the Anywhere But Here Gobblegum in the close call. You could get kills while teleporting to Anywhere But Here? I didn't know that. Updated this challenge to also include Nowhere But There. Okay. Adjust issues that prevented the following challenges from tracking properly. The Madness, Gullible, Old Faithful, Stupefy. I don't know what any of these are. I'll be honest. But real quick to finish out this video, let's hop into the game and take a look at the event pass real quick. Alright, we got the Squid Game event, track progression. You earn XP in-game to progress through the premium and free tracks to earn rewards. Unlock the premium track to obtain even more thrilling rewards, and obtain all rewards to receive a new operator and a new weapon. So here we got the premium track, and here we have the free track. So the free track, you actually get 2 operators, and obviously they wouldn't lock the weapon behind a paywall. Yet it might come eventually, unfortunately. But oops. So on the premium track we have an XM4 blueprint, we have a knife blueprint, a finisher which should actually preview now. It won't let me preview it. Never mind. GS45 blueprint. I believe these have tracers as well. Enigma emblem. That's a pretty cool emblem. A throwdown emote will not let me look at it. A concussion skin. Interesting. Another blueprint, this time for the SOG. Also, I believe has tracers. A weapon charm. That's pretty cool. And then this is going to be the new Rose skin. So, a little bit pay to win in Warzone, especially with Verdansk coming back eventually. This is probably going to be the skin. Either that.
Next game.
What'd you say to me?
This is the frontman speaking. Begin the next game. This is the frontman speaking.
All right, cool. It's going to be very hard to see. Not looking forward to going up against this this operator. But free track, you get 2 operators, a little bit of XP, and this is where all like the emblems and stickers and all that's gonna be. Ultimately leading to the cleaver finally is purchasable for 1100 COD points, which I believe is like $10, which is very controversial. I think just looking at this is probably like what you would get in a bundle that's worth 2400 COD points. I mean, that's 3 weapons and an operator plus a finishing move. Like, do I think it's worth 1100? Probably, based on what they have things priced right now. But obviously, is it worth it to you? That's for you to decide. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money or not spend your money. If you don't feel like supporting this game because of, whether it's the AI or how they're treating voice actors or whatever it might be, if you don't want to spend money on it, don't. I'm in no way saying that it is okay for them to do this, but whether I think it's okay or not, it's not going to stop them from doing it. So it is what it is. 356,000 XP is not that bad. You could honestly probably knock this out in a day or two, especially if you have double XP tokens. But yeah, this is the event. I'm probably gonna have another video going up probably tomorrow. With my first time in each of the different game modes. This one just wanted to be like a patch notes real quick, sort of update. But I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.